Hebron Ministries is honored to release its latest book, From Far and Wide, as well as the feature-length documentary DVD, Captured for Good. Hebron Ministries began in 1977 when Ernie Hollins was released from prison after spending 25 years in different institutions across Canada and the United States. His life was totally changed when Christ visited him in his Millhaven prison cell. Ernie would go on to share his life-changing experience in churches and schools, and would also return to prisons to speak in the chapels, and was invited many times to share his message on television. He saw God change the lives of many of his prison friends, too. And before Ernie's passing in 1996, God directed the ministry towards providing books.
And ask for the book, Hooked, Ernie Hollins' book. And this book is just revolutionizing the lives of many, many prisoners all over the world now.
In fact, Ernie's Crossroads TV appearance from the 1990s with David Maince was recently broadcast on a satellite network to over 160 countries. The Hebron books share the real-life stories of how God has changed lives and His power to do the same today. Many of the books contain 6 life stories. These books have brought hope, healing, and freedom from sin and addictions as inmates have read them. This latest multicultural book includes Rick, after 25 years in different prisons, now works with youth, using his mechanical skills to gain their interest. Troy, once a high school dropout, has now accomplished his dream and is a medical doctor working in Saskatchewan. George, after serving a life sentence in BC, is working in the prisons in Fiji as a volunteer chaplain, visiting in hospitals and helping the police department in his city. Mark started his prison career at 14 and became a marked man by police, spending 10 years continually returning to prison. Kesavan was to graduate from college in computer science, but got entangled in ethnic violence, and God used his 10-year sentence in prison to redirect his life. John miraculously escaped death, but still had to serve his time, but is now sharing with youth how they can avoid going to prison. Jim Kavanaugh's incredible life story, as told in the Captured for Good documentary DVD, has now been distributed to the chaplains of all of Canada's 130 federal and provincial prisons, along with his autobiography. His story is already impacting lives. Hebron Ministries appreciates your prayers and support as we minister to those in prison and on their release.